welcome back to more Power Nerd, Dungeons and Dragons, Conquest of Dovah.
Yeah, we back. We in this bitch.
Last time we played, there was basically a 3-hour fight in the Queensgrace dungeons.
Which should have taken a half hour.
It was a rescue mission where they had to rescue 3 NPCs. And what happened to the NPCs?
Technically, we still rescued their bodies.
Yeah. And we're in a place of high magic, so they should be able to hopefully resurrect them.
We ended the session with the adventurers realized that they never looted the bodies of the monsters that they killed, so they went and they did that. Then they came back up to the first floor of the dungeon, and that's where we ended the session.
Welcome back to another episode of Power Word Nerd.
I wanna hold your hand. And I can't go in the castle. Apparently I'll be arrested on spot.
Just put like a mask on. You would never know it's you. Pull like a Batman.
It's true. I'll change my voice.
There you go.
I'll talk like me.
Hi, I'm not like me.
Alright, so we are by Lady Arose.
We didn't really say, but that's fine. We could just say that you're in front of that cell with Lady Arose and Tiger Keg.
We're the dungeon part.
You're in like the first floor
Yeah.
of like it's like Queensgrace actually keeps prisoners. It's those lower levels. That's where like it was infested with monsters and shit.
Infestation. And what did we discuss with her? Taking the bodies outside of the city? The Machnathal outside of the city?
You discussed that with her. She didn't seem to love that plan because she said she would have to set the glyphs up again, which would take 24 hours. And she also mentioned that it looked as though Tiger Keg, his condition was worsening and that he might not survive much longer under the current. Like he's just like sweating profusely. He's in a coma. Like it looks like he has some kind of like a fever. Like it looks like he might perish soon.
Brogdor, is there anything you could do about this?
I mean, maybe. I thought I had. So maybe I could like lesser restoration and remove curse. Is he but he's not cursed. It's a parasite, right?
I don't know.
Could be a cursed parasite.
Oh, shit.
An undead cursed parasite.
Dun dun dun.
I mean, yeah, the only thing I could probably do would be lesser restoration, but Dan being Dan, I don't think it's going to do anything.
Now that's meta.
I know it's meta. I know.
Don't do that.
But just to Dan, it is a parasite, right? That's his whole thing.
You don't know too much
His name
about
is
it,
Parasite.
like about how his abilities work or anything like that. You don't really know
Parasite
much
Steve.
about it. These beings, these
Danny.
these Order of Dominance, these 13, they're like a legend. Like what was discussed last session, Camber and others thought that they might not really exist. And Rose said that she examined this body and that she does believe that there was an extremely powerful force inside.
Or perhaps you could just try to, maybe not. Maybe just heal him so he doesn't die.
I have a procedural question. If we were to go in there and get shrunk down,
Yeah.
the spells we cast, would those be full-size spells or miniature spells?
That's a good question. You should ask him.
Fireball would rip shit up in there.
Man, you talk about acid reflux. Should ask a Rose that.
Roll a Arcana roll. Your DC is 18.
Okay.
God damn.
Yeah, it's kind of high. Damn it! Fuck, no.
So, Aetherred, your experience and knowledge when it comes to magic and how spells work, you're like really thinking back and you're trying to work it through in your mind, trying to figure it out how it will work. And
Good day, sir.
after pondering it for a few minutes, you realize that you don't know.
So I'm right back where I started.
Rose, have you tried healing this man?
Well, I have tried using some of my healing magic on him, but nothing seems to be effective.
Have you tried potions?
I don't have any handy.
Makes two of us.
I think I do.
It seems like no matter what I do, he just keeps getting worse and worse.
Have you tried to cure him of a disease, as Brogdor mentioned before?
I don't have any magic like that.
Do you think that would affect the entity within him?
I mean, it could make him better. It might provoke whatever's inside of him. I'm really not sure.
Well, that's what I was thinking too.
I could try command and order that thing to leave.
Don't you have to seize the thing?
You order the guy just to not be sick. It'd be easier.
Stop
Oh
it!
yeah,
Put it
Stop
out.
being sick.
I have to see it.
You prick. Really putting us in a weird spot.
All
here.
right, I'm gonna take a potion of healing. Okay, so I'm gonna give him a potion of healing, kind of assist him in drinking it,
Okay.
and I want to see if there's any effect at all on it.
So liquid goes down his throat, and you wait to see if there's any kind of change in his condition, and nothing really seems to be any different.
What was the glyphs around him for?
They're part of the spell that a rose began to shrink you guys down.
Gotcha.
And she said it took 24 hours for her to set that up.
Who did you say was in here?
A rose?
I know.
And-
No.
okay.
Inside the body. What were the knights' names?
The knights?
That were in before us.
Well, there was several groups that I've sent in, but only the one group I mentioned managed to come back out, which was comprised of Sir Adonis
That's it.
and Idlewild, who I believe mentioned that they're familiar with you and Soren, Beckney.
Yes, we met them in Bigger Valley City.
They seem to have high opinions of you.
Well, where's the reasons out of there? All right. So, what do you think, Aethelred?
I mean, we could go ahead and just leave whatever you don't want to lose behind.
The boys are trying to get me naked, huh?
Yay!
Don't worry, there's been more guys in this dude than a glory hole.
Whoa!
Wow, it's not June anymore.
What? I mean, the guy. He's how the nights in and out.
Oh, you're talking about him?
Yeah, the guy laying down. No.
I got weirded out, sir.
I thought he was talking about himself, too. I was like, wait a minute.
Wow.
I thought Ethelred made it clear he's not gay the other session.
Yes, I'm definitely not gay.
But you're not that straight.
It's a spectrum.
Great. Straight question.
that straight.
So I forget. So if we get shrunken down and go in, how do we get back out again?
Command word.
Is it instant?
Like I explained to you guys, I think only about 10 minutes ago.
Listen, my short-term memory is awful.
It was 10 game minutes ago.
It was 10 game minutes, yeah.
It's like a week ago.
I don't know if you've seen his face, but I took some beatings over the years.
Yeah, you look very disheveled right now. Your hat's crooked this way. Your earphones are crooked this
See?
way. You got a black eye.
I'm all sorts of fucked up.
Part of my spell is that at any time that you wish to return, you speak the command word, and it will take approximately 6 seconds
Much of 6
to take effect, and you will be
Full turn?
transported back. Yes.
And so Adonis and the other one. Do you know where they would be right now?
I don't.
Perhaps we can convince them to come with us, since they've already been in there.
Ooh, I didn't consider that.
Is it 6 seconds per person
No, it's 6 seconds
for the party?
for the whole round. So you have a way to call for them, or do we have to go find them?
I don't have any way to contact them. Lord Camber probably would, but
He has
Oh,
advances
yeah, well,
us in an hour or so, whatever long it's been. I think I saw them at the tavern last night.
well, I know that they were quite shaken up from whatever they saw inside Tiger Keg. Maybe they went there to recuperate from their battles. They were quite banged up. It even looked like some of their arms and armor were melted when they returned.
Yes, that's what you told us. Alright, you guys want... We should go talk to them since they've already been in the inside.
Are they in the dungeon or are they outside somewhere?
I don't know. I'm assuming they're in the tavern.
We could just go in there and check it out and then come
And then
back
come
out.
back, yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
There's a little knowledge on what's inside would be better than nothing. Perhaps they'd join us as well. Alright, so we will head to the tavern.
Okay. So you leave the first floor of the dungeon and you get outside. And now we're gonna say we left off at 7. It was about 7 p.m. the last we played. We could say it's 8 p.m. at this point. So it's starting to get late. As you exit the dungeon, you see that those high elf guards that were standing in front of the jail when you first entered they've been replaced by 2 drow guards. And as you guys walk out, you hear one of them say, in common, "Thank you for your service," as you guys leave.
Listen, we'll be right back. Don't give us a hard time when we come back. And Vecni says it with a kind of a nasty undertone.
Okay.
And continues walking to the tavern.
So you're getting closer to the tavern, and you see a figure approach you. You see a halfling wearing puffy red clothes and a puffy red hat, who looks familiar, walk up to you. He stops a few feet away from you, puts his feet together, clicks his heels, and puts his hands out at his side. And he says, "Vecni, a word?"
Who is it?
Roll history, roll DC 8.
Nope.
You don't remember?
Sure, what do you want?
It has to do with Lord Camembert. He sent me to find you and your group.
And you are?
We've met before. I'm Fenalt. I am the royal messenger of Slay, and I serve directly under Lady Aros.
Okay, so what's the problem?
Well, Camembert is requesting that your group report to the keep immediately.
Does this have to do with the bodies?
I
Say
take
what?
it He's discovered the bodies.
Say what? What bodies?
Oh, look at that bird.
He's majestic. Yeah, sure. We just need to stop at the tavern first. We're outside the tavern.
You're not quite there. Well, he needs 2 things from you, Vecni. Number 1, he wants you to give your party's answer as to your reward for closing the demon portal.
Of course.
And number 2, more of a dire, urgent type of situation. Lady Rowena Ravenclaw, technically the proper ruler of Ravensperch in King Lorien's Valley, she was raising a bastard son with her baby daddy, Winzelot. The 2 of them went into the dungeons for Lord Shilter to help clear them of demons. Their son, that little tyke, was being watched by Zaros, one of Lord Henry's closest confidants. But last night, Zaros reported to Lord Camembert that the child, who was only 1 year old,
He's missing.
no, he grew 6 months overnight. He grew tremendously in size and maturity. Something strange is afoot. Lord Camembert, as our kingdom's master of spells and Lord of Fine Cheeses,
I know what's happened.
he apologizes for not being on hand to help you guys when you call for him, but all of his magic is currently focused on keeping this child from changing any further. He requests your presence in the keep to help figure out what's going on.
Right. Oh, I know what's happening with this child.
What's happening?
The pompous asshole Winzelot and his wife offered the child to the demon that was blocking the door. Remember how we had to make the offers that we would bring Winzelot to him?
Mm-hmm.
Was that who we had to bring to him?
You wins a lot, yeah.
Yeah. They offered their firstborn to this guy who's guarding the door. So I'm assuming that's something that he has done this.
Dubious.
What did you say this messenger's name was?
Fenalt. You've met him a couple times.
Fenolt.
He squints and he makes a strange expression, as if he's thinking really hard, and he says, also, Vecni, you should be mindful about entering the keep. Lord Camembert requests that you dress appropriately.
Oh, we're not going to his office, we're going to the keep.
He requests you in the keep. He is there right now in the royal council chamber, and that's also where the child is.
Vecni looks down at her garb and goes, "What's wrong with my outfit?"
he says, "My lady, read between the lines." And at that, he does like an about face 180-degree turn and just walks away.
I think we need to have a makeover session.
Hey, I've got this cool, culty cloak if you want to borrow or trade.
Well, do you have any of those magic spells that can change this beautiful face? It seems like it's a little urgent, so let's make it quick. Let's see. Blues is bad, Forte's bad, Blood Mist bad, Cloak of the Cult of Viper is bad. Okay.
Everything bad.
Yeah, I can't put in... I have a bunch of tabards and cloaks from other factions, but none of them are really friendly with Slay, so I don't really want to walk in with a fucking Forte tabard on and get mollywopped by the guards.
We don't have anything with Slay on it?
No, I just have I think we both have a generic cult cloak with black.
Alright, so...
No
I will
insignias, I don't think.
take my pirate hat off. Oh, well, let's go to the tavern and get a room so we can leave this shit there.
Yeah, good thinking.
So we'll go back to the tavern, talk to Boomadon, get a room so we can leave our gear there.
Well, if only it was that easy.
Oh.
Hold on one sec.
It could be.
If they're full, we could just whoop someone's ass.
Yeah.
Give us your room, motherfucker! So I'll put my hat in my backpack, and I'll use my water skin and run the water through my hair. And as the water slowly moves through her hair, you see that her black hair starts to turn blonde. And the water itself starts getting saturated with black. She dyes her hair black because she's wanted as Marjorie Sharpeye, and she's a blonde. So she washes out the black hair, so now she's blonde.
Oh, I didn't even remember that.
But
Well,
now,
that was like 4 years ago.
but now, you're wanted as her, or are you wanted as Vecni in Queensgrace?
I'm wanted as both.
So say if you just turn your hair blonde to look more like the person. I mean,
Yeah, but they don't have a picture of Marjorie. Everybody knows who Vecni is.
Okay, I got you.
That's true.
Cool. Okay.
So as you approach the Queensgrace Tavern, you see something new out front.
Lizard folk getting their revenge.
You see a destrier dressed for battle with bright yellow armor.
Is there someone on top of it?
No.
What is this now?
Tied up outside the
horse.
tavern.
Horse.
A destrier's
War
horse.
horse.
And you see, coming from a banner that's like leaned up against the horse, that was probably being carried by a person at some point. You see a certain banner, which I'm
Is it
gonna...
one?
No. I'm gonna give it to you if I can find where the fuck I have it at.
Give it to you.
X gonna give it to you.
You see this sigil.
Who is that?
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
You have.
Can I roll a history?
Roll a history. Your DC, I guess it's been a while, so your DC's 14.
Can
been a
these,
while.
can these guys help me, or am I the only one that's seen it?
Let's see. I would say would Aethelred maybe know? Other kingdoms. It's a different continent.
This is from a different continent?
Yeah.
Or
No, I'm gonna say that they don't. I'm gonna say only Vecni's familiar with it.
Is it Tartea?
Yes.
Okay.
How'd you get it in one shot?
Because that's the only other continent I can think of.
Well, Tartea's not a continent, but it's on a different continent.
Well, it's the only other kingdom outside besides one that I can think of.
So Vecni, what's this flag here?
Well, this is the sigil of Tartea. They are, I believe, enemies of Wun. That's who we fought in the...
No, they were on your side.
Tartea was on our side?
Yeah. Munronia you fought against.
That's right.
Are they still on
They
ours?
are allies of Wun. I don't know if I know anyone from there.
You met them briefly before the campaign started.
When I was on the seas coming here to this land, we met a bunch of Tartarians and we fought against the Munronians. Not from this land. You don't need to worry yourself with that. Well, maybe you do since they're here.
It was like 4 years at least in real time.
Pre-COVID.
Like, it was so long ago.
Yeah. All right. So we walk in.
And you'd also be familiar that the cult, they've been asking about Tarteans a lot, and they talked to you about Tarteans really recently, a couple sessions ago.
I don't remember that.
Okay, so you enter the tavern, and inside you see Moving on, behind the bar, mixing drinks, you see the bald swordsman dressed like a commoner, Getman, Lord Henry Spymaster. He's sitting at a table by himself. You see another table with the ebony knight of Queensgrace, Sir Adonis, as well as a half-elf mage, Idlewild, two that you're looking for. And they both look kind of glum, and like they're not in good spirits, and their arms and armor look tattered and maybe partially melted. You also see some new characters that you're not familiar with. You see a man with a big, bushy beard, and he's got this large wooden brush stuck in his beard, stuck in the side, like the curly black hair. He wears a red and green checkered kilt, high black boots, and he's shirtless, but has red suspenders fastened with black clasps attaching his pants to like his upper body, and you have his left suspender is like hanging down loose off his shoulder. He's very muscular, very jacked.
Is this like Santa's like evil cousin?
Dude, I was thinking like Scottish Questlove. He's got the pick.
And he's chewing on this strange looking red leaf, and his teeth like are all stained red. He has a flail with a really long ball and chain sheathed on his right side, and this chain seems to be tied tight with some kind of hempen rope, and there's also a katana strapped to his back. You also see, of the other people at the table with this man... What's a weeb?
You.
He's like a fucking United Colors of Benetton and one dude. He's like Scottish. He's fucking samurai guy. Medieval flail dude. Pretty hot.
You see another man who his dress kind of matches the colors of that destrier outside, where he has this bright yellow armor checkered with black. He has this long lance that he's just holding in his hand next to him in his chair.
And they're talking to Adonis and...
No, this is a different table.
Okay.
His armor is this light plate, and like I said, it's bright yellow. And blazing on the cape, he wears like a cape on his back. And blazing down his cape, he has a fearsome sigil. It's a single lemon.
Oh, I get it. Tartean. That's pretty tart.
Oh,
Clever, Dan. I stick out.
rocking the shallot.
There's also 2 more males and a female with them. There's a man wearing black leather armor with a short sword on his sword belt. And then there's a heavily armored man with a yellow-gray helm, orange hauberk. And then the female is dressed like a priestess with a nun's bonnet and a plain gray tunic. She's small in stature and has this really cute face with short brown curly hair under her bonnet.
Well, if you think Barry's not here, you'd probably try to motorboat her. I'm going to walk up to Boomadon.
Okay.
Boomadon, who's these people?
Ah, Vecti! Pours you a nail, slides it over to you. On the house, as usual.
She raises it, slams it back. Goes, Boomadon, who are these people?
I'm a little concerned, actually. These are the Tarteans that the cult people keep asking about. I hope that they don't meet each other and start bumping heads in here.
Now, was the cult people, they were against Tartea, or was they wanted them here?
Against them.
Have you warned them?
No, I haven't.
Dick.
I guess we'll have a talk with them. But first, another airline, I need a room.
Okay, we got rooms available, Vecni.
No company needed. So I'll go up to the room, and I will take all my weapons off. I'm going to leave the gloves on because I need them. And I will leave the Vorpal scimitar, that's it, at my side.
Now, why are you leaving your weapons?
Because we go back into the...
Because we got to go to the keep.
Why can't we have weapons?
I don't, because I'm carrying all my
eventually
gear.
we're gonna
I'm
go-
trying to look not like me.
We're going to go inner space on that dude in a while. We don't want to leave all our shit so we don't...
Yeah.
So you're only taking with the gloves and your Vorpal sword, or you're leaving your Vorpal sword?
You know what? I'm going to leave the Vorpal sword, and I'm going to take the Steelgrave sword.
Okay.
Because that way I can talk to him if I need to.
Okay.
Is there a way we can secure this room?
I mean, there's no lock on the door, but
Perhaps we pay Boomadon to keep an eye on it.
if you wanted to buy a lock at the bazaar or try to make a lock somehow, that's fine.
I'm pretty
Can
sure
we
I
magically
have a
lock
lock.
the door? I guess we could.
If you guys have spells that could do that,
I do
that's
have a
fine.
lock.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
you could use it.
So I'm going to use the lock and
The
secure the
old
door.
padlock.
What kind of lock is it?
lock.
Oh, it's just a part of it. Yeah. Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
So that's what it was called.
Lock,
Yeah, that's fine.
comma, generic.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. I guess there's an easy way to lock it. So I'm gonna lock it, make sure it's secure, and we'll head out.
All right. And then you guys are going to go to the keep?
No.
Okay.
Forrest, you going to leave anything?
I'm going to leave one thing.
Your war mage... I can't talk. The fuck?
No, I'm going to leave I still haven't figured out what the fuck it is or attuned to or anything, but I have this long bow, a white magic bow. I still don't know what it does, but I want to figure it out. I'm going to leave it in the room. It was like 3 or 4 sessions ago, and I just haven't had a time to like figure out what the fuck it is.
So you can roll to try to investigate it. I think you already did once, didn't you?
I can't remember. I think we did in the last long rest, yeah.
What?
Yeah. So once a day you can investigate it.
Investigate what? Didn't Joe look at it last week?
I don't think so.
I didn't get the details. No, he looked at something else,
Oh, okay.
but it wasn't that.
All right, so I'll take my one sword, my gloves, and the disguise kit. Everything else I'm gonna leave.
Because I don't really have anything of that neat.
I'll take my cloaks off, my hat off. So now I'm just blonde in a regular outfit.
Looking fine.
What kind of outfit are you wearing?
Same outfit I always have. We gotta go pick something else up.
Okay.
I don't have a change. I'm smelly.
So you guys leaving?
Yeah, we'll go downstairs.
Okay.
So I will go up. Do you boys want to talk to the Tarteans? We probably should warn them.
We should at least ask them like,
so
what's
they
going
don't
on.
get murdered.
Yeah, we should warn them, and then but make it quick so we can.
Or would we want? They're not the same guys who were in the other guy, right?
No, those two are at the bar.
Okay.
But we need to go talk to Cannonbird.
Okay.
So maybe we suggest that these Tarteans stay in the tavern until we return. What do you think?
Or maybe they wear something over their
I'm assuming this whole group are Tartanes.
sigil.
Is it five of them?
There's 5, yeah.
I'm assuming as well. Because only one of them has the sig. Right, only one of them has the sigil.
Only one of them has a sigil, but it's not the same sigil you saw outside. The sigil that you see is a lemon.
Oh, that's right. Okay. None of them are wearing the Tartean sigil, but I'm assuming since we don't know who they are.
It could be just together.
Yeah. So I think we warn them to keep it here and stay away from the cultists until we return.
Agree.
Okay. So, Ethelred, why don't you go talk to them? I'm gonna try to put this disguise kit on.
Okay.
And I'm gonna grab a beer.
So I will approach
I'll take
the.
one.
I will approach the lemon Tartarians and I will suggest to them that perhaps that they watch themselves because we're aware that there's a cult operating in the town that it does not have their best interest at heart. And I try to be as non-scary as possible.
Which one of them do you address?
The dude with the kilt. My people.
So you approach him, you say that, and he looks up to you, and he does this like really, really big, broad, friendly smile. And he gets up, and he goes,
Thank you, sir.
he's like, finally somebody that's a little friendly in this town. And he reaches out to shake your hand. Thank you.
I shake his hand.
He gives you this like really personable handshake.
Constitution check to see if he breaks his hand.
Yeah. And
Roll
he
survival.
goes, and you see again those teeth are just stained red from that leaf he's chewing. And he says, "I'm Hatrian, and who might you be?"
Hatrian. Have we heard that before?
You've met him before.
Okay. Why did you say that?
I did.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. You said we didn't know any of them.
You met this group briefly at the right before the campaign started, at the end of your pre-campaign.
Gotcha.
A pre-campaign?
Yeah, we had
3 separate pre-campaigns before the campaign started.
since our group was so big. Session 0. It was me and 2 other guys were like pirates on the sea, and then Don and Steve were 2 goblins doing goblin things, and I don't remember what.
Soren and Vecni Soren and Vess were in a kingdom of dwarves.
Be a good
trying to
t-shirt.
assassinate
We'll
the
do
royal
goblin
family.
stuff
They
for
did.
money.
Sounds about right.
A lot of people do
And they
some
burned down the
goblins for money.
Right. Gobble, gobble.
Money.
All right, so I say to him, "That's nice to meet you. I'm Aethelred, a troubadour of the realm.
What are you doing here? What brings you to this fine city? Do you live here?
Well, I initially came looking for trying to assist another companion in finding someone from their realm, and then we got kind of sidetracked, and well, now we're trying to save the world.
Oh, that sounds great. Why don't you sit and have a drink with me and my friends? Let's get to know each other.
Okay,
pulls
cool.
up a chair.
Might as well. It's like, yeah, I got a couple minutes. We're gonna have to beat it in a little bit, but yeah, sure.
I gotta ask you, have you ever heard of our kingdom? We're from a place called Tartea. You heard of it?
I have not, actually.
Oh, it's on the continent of A. It's a wonderful place. We have this queen there, Dana Tinus Ferric. She is incredible. She is a woman worth serving.
She sounds pretty amazing.
Yeah. You should swear your sword to her.
Whoa, no.
Well, after we dispatch this cult later on, maybe we'll maybe I'll give that some thought.
You're gonna kill them?
I typically don't go for violence as the first option. If I can avoid it, I will.
Oh, well, since we're friends now, I mean, I can help you out. What's the plan? I'll help you. What do you need?
Nice. I'd like to say, give me a second to consult with my companions, and I will circle back.
The guy with he's got this yellow great helm and the orange hauberk. He's like really big and burly. He's been sitting there very silently and quiet the whole time. He says to you, "So your group doesn't let you make decisions yourself? You must ask permission."
That is sort of the definition of a group, yes. With all due deference, sir.
The guy, Hatrian, gives you a wink and says, "Do what you need to do." You call me Ha, by the way. You don't have to be all formal.
Ha?
Yeah, why not?
Nice. Ha! Back in a sec.
When you get up to leave, he gives you a little slap on your rump.
Oh boy.
Cool.
Good game.
Getting off to a good start. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Scoutmaster. All right, so I will see if Vecni's done with the disguise
You
makeover.
walk over to Vecni and she's just standing in front of all this stuff. And she looks in and goes, "Help.
What's up, Bucci?
Help." I
Okay.
used to be of high society. I haven't put makeup on in 50 years.
Well, I can honestly say I've never really done makeup, but I can give it a shot. But I think we may have recruited at least one extra person if we get anything thick and heavy. I think we'll have another person with us. One of these Tartarians, whatever the hell he just said. I already forgot it.
Tartarian.
Yes, that one.
Is that one named Hatriel?
Yes, indeed.
I met him 5 years ago.
Friendly dude, red teeth.
He met him so brief. It was such a brief, there was a big sea battle, and Tartea, they had a ship that was involved in the battle. After the fight, you talked to them for 5 seconds, and that was it.
Well, we may be able to convince the others as well, but that guy's definitely on board. If we need an extra sword or some muscle. I don't know if he casts spells, maybe. Who knows?
I don't know.
While you're talking with Vecni, you see that guy, Hatrian, looking over to your group, and he's just looking at you, and he's just smiling. He just seems like the friendliest guy in the world.
Are you proficient in disguise kits?
I believe, it's part of the bard thing.
Yeah,
Getting dressed in costumery.
Yeah, look under tools, it would tell you.
Tools.
Alright. So, with Aethelred's help, I'd like to disguise myself.
Sure.
I don't know what I roll for that.
I'm not sure if that... I'm going to imagine it requires something.
It does, but I don't know what the roll is.
I think what we would do is you describe how it looks, and then if you encounter someone where this would come into play, that's when you would roll. And it would probably be a deception.
Okay.
So describe what you look like, and then when... If you're in the keep and it comes up where you need to deceive someone, we'll do deception.
Okay. I'm going to go heavy on the lipstick because she normally doesn't wear any, so any kind of color would make her look completely different.
Okay.
Heavy on the eyeshadow.
You gonna put some big old desperate chick eyebrows on?
Yeah, one of those Hispanic ones like this. And she's going to put a Marilyn Monroe little mole right there on her cheek.
Nice.
It's a lot different. Different hair color. That's a lot different. I like it. What about clothing?
We have to go get some.
Okay.
Okay. So then I am disguised. Maybe.
It's the kind of thing where Bugs Bunny would go, "Auga."
All right. So what were they asking you to talk to us about?
Oh, about pledging our loyalty, or mine specifically, to their queen, who I do not know at all. So I just politely said maybe later.
He's still smiling over at you. Or did you go actually went up to the room with her, I guess?
I don't know, wherever
I was
she
sitting
was.
at the
I'm
bar.
not sure.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so we're in the same room, I suppose.
I just picked a corner. All right. So they want you to swear fealty to a queen you've never met.
Yeah, we can worry about that later.
Did you warn them about the cultists?
I did.
Did they heed your warning?
They didn't seem to take much note. Other than the one guy seemed real happy to see me.
All right. We don't have time. Did you tell him to stay in the tavern?
I did. I told him to stay put until we get things cleared up.
All right. Off to the store that sells clothes.
Sure.
Well, you guys did see that there were vendors that sold clothes at the bazaar. Also, Vecni did stop by a place a long
Well,
time
the bazaar
ago.
is on the way to the keep, so let's just stop at the bazaar.
Okay.
'Cause we're
I'm holding out for a hot topic.
There was a specific clothing store that you guys went to, not you guys, that Vecni went to a long time ago.
We went there when we first walked in.
You did?
Yeah, that's how Soren got some shirt that gave him kind of like armor type of deal.
Okay. So then you have been there. Ted's tuxedos and dresses.
Sure.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that you've been there.
It was before you started playing.
Oh, I was
like,
gonna
literally
say.
like a week or two.
You said
before.
it like it was the other day. I'm like, I don't fucking remember that at all.
Yeah, I only remember you guys ever going there once before you were playing, but okay.
Yeah, because Soren needed a shirt and he had paid like a lot of money for it. And we had to come back like because he paid extra.
That
and
sounds
rushed
right.
24 hours.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just gonna go off the rack.
Nothing couture for you. We don't have time for that shit.
So if you guys are ready, then you walk towards the keep, and en route you see the large bazaar area.
Yep.
And there are lots of vendors that have different styles of clothes, and if you say what you're looking for, I can tell you if it's there or not.
Just a standard dress.
Like a fancy dress,
Not super fancy.
just something like a plain type of fine. You find this like
A
plain.
little above plain, but not as quite fancy.
Nothing low cut.
Like a day dress.
All right, you find
Sundress.
Sundress.
So you thumb
Those are
through
kind of fun.
you thumb through
Get a
racks
romper.
of outfits, and you find this one particular gray sleeveless dress that has a little bit of a faded peach colored
I'll take
stain
it.
on on this area of the dress.
On the crotch area?
No,
Is it pee-pee?
Peach.
it's like peach colored.
So like a washed out blood, probably. I'll take it.
Okay. The vendor there is I never thought I'd be able to even get rid of this thing. 5 gold.
Bullshit! Your set sign. Your
I was-
set says 2.
I was
This is bullshit! The book says dresses are 1 gold! This is bullshit! How do you do that?
Jeez, ma'am. I'm sorry. Roll intimidation.
I was kidding.
Okay.
Do you have a sash to cover this stain?
I could throw a sash in for free. It's not the problem.
Alright, so I'll pay the 5 gold.
You got it.
Roll a lard neck check. Your DC is 2.
This is fucking bullshit. The book says it's 10. How you gonna charge me 12?
That shit was hilarious.
Roll a lard neck check. That's fine.
I never seen him so mad before. Hey, Jamie B.
I've never
And
seen
see-
him that mad either, and I've seen him mad before.
He was furious.
He was.
What's up, Jamie B? Alright, so I have a nice new dress with a nice sash.
It's not new. It's clearly used, but
New to me.
New to me.
That's right.
a little bit faded.
And I have steel grave sword. I still have the... is there a way to tuck the pendant in? Because that would be a dead giveaway. The pink pendant? Or is it a low-cut dress?
It's a low-cut sleeveless dress.
Alright, then
You
I'm going to
can't.
take the pendant off and I'm going to stick it in my boobs.
Ooh, your B cups might fall out. All right.
Alright, I'll put it in my sash. Listen, if Goku can keep a sensu bean stuck in his sash and doesn't fall out, a pendant can stay in there.
That's true.
You put it in your prison wallet.
Put it in yours.
No thanks. I've got pockets, dude.
Are the lights too bright, Jamie B?
We try to raise the lighting so it looks a little better for the camera.
She's like, this is a lot harder to watch if I can clearly see you guys.
That's true.
God damn, you guys are ugly.
Yeah.
Gross.
Ew. Guys are gross. There.
Now we're all much handsomer.
How's that? Yeah, we had the bar ugly lights.
That's like adding 3 beers to the situation. We're all much better looking already.
There you go. All right, so we will head to the keep.
Okay.
Walk in. You're all arrested.
Well, not all. I'm good. They don't hate me yet.
Is the messenger fentanyl still with us?
No, I said he walked fentanyl. I said he walked away after he was done telling you about that shit. Alright, so you approach the entrance to the keep and you see, now it's late because you went to the bar, you went and got clothes. It's like 9:30 p.m. So it's late now.
It's bedtime.
Yeah, so you get there and you see 2 drow guards.
How long
standing.
till the spell with Freyla? 'Cause should we like run her an apple or something?
He still has 13 hours left on his
Bitch
spell.
gotta be
How
like
does it-
tired.
13? I guess
10 in the morning is when he started it. He's got 13 hours left. He's not even close to being done.
Well, I mean, technically,
We should have him cast 24-hour spells more often.
He's not even close.
we could do this, take a long rest, and it's almost done.
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't get. I understand him not wanting to come because like he literally can't do anything.
Yeah. When we get, as we're walking up to the door, Vecni's going to lean over to you guys and say, I'm gonna try not to do too much talking, so you guys are gonna have to get us in. And I walk next to Aethelred and hook his arm.
Okay.
Sure, fucking pick him.
I have to bend over to hook your arm.
All right. So you guys approach that front gate, Vecni. This is gonna be your first deception check. It's gonna be an 8.
$15 plus 2.
Okay. So the guards are looking at you.
We wish to enter to see Camembert. And he requested our presence.
They look at each other, like kind of puzzled, and the one guard says, in a very broken, very poor common, says, "1 moment," and you see that guard close her eyes, and it seems to almost enter in like a brief trance or something. Nothing happens for a few moments, and then finally, someone will be out to speak with you in a second. A few more minutes go by, and another drow guard comes out. It's a female drow, and she says, "You guys are here at Cambert's request?"
Yes.
That's correct.
Yes, you may follow me. And she turns and enters, and you see it's like, and just like before, the entrance into this Queensgrace Keep, it's like a triple giant double doors. And you see these like, would look like magical glyphs all over each level. It looks like it's a highly protected area of great magic. Like if you wanted to try to like break in or something, it would be very difficult. But the door's open and you're able to follow the drow guard right
Noted for later.
I know they're drow, but is there any hostility towards this right now, or do they seem calm?
This drow soldier didn't show any kind of animosity towards you at all.
Okay.
Yeah. She's wearing the colors of Queensgrace. She has the Slay sigil. Seems to be those drow that treated you guys like shit the other day. Those drow were from Harganeth. Those are from a different kingdom. Known to be very racist.
Yes.
So we'll follow.
Okay. You follow this guard. She's not talking. She's not making chit chat. She's just like all business. She's walking down these many hallways. There's lots of twists and turns as you traverse this keep, and you're following her. And you get into this one area where you're like at this massive hallway, and there's just lots of little hallways going left, going right. And you're walking Vecni. You would recognize that this is getting close to where the Royal Council chamber in the throne room is. You'd recognize this area because you've been here a couple times before. As you're walking towards, you can actually see the double doors for the throne room. But the guard stops and actually makes a right turn into a smaller hallway that you've never been before, Vecni. And this guard walks down this hallway, and there's just one single door off to your left. Standing in front of the door are 2 guards wearing the colors of Queensgrace. They're high elves. Usually it's drow guards at night, but 2 high elf guards, and they're wearing the powder blue, white, and pink colors of Queensgrace in front of the small door. And that guard that escorted you says, you may enter.
Are those 2 guards blocking the door, or are they standing to the side?
They're standing on the sides of the door. The door's not blocked.
So we can just walk in?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's a trap.
Let's hit it.
You open the door. It's not locked or anything. And you enter. Inside, you see a couple things. You see a character that Vecni would recognize as Zaros. I don't believe you guys have ever met Zaros, correct?
Yeah, didn't we see him fight?
Barrick saw him fight Lardnek.
Yeah.
And saw Lardnek get his ass kicked.
Which time?
It was in the Royal Council chamber.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You saw that.
Is Zaros? He's part of
Clad.
Clad. Okay, yeah.
It's Ian M. and Rerik's father.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's there. He's shirtless. He's heavily battle scarred. He's an older man, rippling muscles. He's got this like mask over his nose and mouth. He's got this giant warhammer.
What a COVID-idiot.
What a cool idiot. Like visible veins all over his forearms, his chest. He's like just diesel. Aside from him, you also see about a half dozen clad, not Queensgrace, clad guardsmen, humans, wearing armor with weapon, fully armed, and they're just like they're like on the outskirts of the room. It's not a huge room. Like we'd say something like the size of this basement, and they're just like pressed up against the walls. You see 5 black-robed half-orcs with the Slay sigil on their robes. They appear, even though they're half-orcs, they appear to be mages of some sort.
Huh.
You see, as well, these small blue glyphs, similar to the ones in the cell with the rose. These small blue glyphs are on the ground, surrounding a tiny little bed. And on the bed, there's a blonde human boy who looks to be approximately a year and a half old. He has this curious, intelligent look in his blue eyes. That's the scene.
You said Cambert's there?
No.
Oh.
God damn it.
So I kind of whispered to Vecni, like, what the fuck's going on?
I don't know. Ask for Cannonbird.
Okay. I'd say, hey, we're here at Cambert's request. This is where we were told to come, so here we are.
Zaros looks to Aethelred, looks to Barrick. Roll your second deception. It's going to be DC 10.
11.
Okay. And he
9
says,
2. That's a bad place.
and this wouldn't be a good place to be found out.
I said this is a bad place.
All these people hate Vecni.
They started it.
Zaros says, Cambert said that people would be coming to help. And he looks to the robed figures, the robed half-orcs, and one of them starts speaking in Orcish. You can understand it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he says in Orcish, it's actually very eloquent with really like an excellent vocabulary and enunciation, but it's that primal Orcish language. So to you guys, it sounds like this thing's not intelligent, but to Vecni, who would understand what it's saying, it actually sounds like it's pretty smart. And essentially, it details to you, Vecni, Lord Cambert is still with the Queen and the Prince in the Royal Council chamber, and it's his magic, focusing 100% almost of his magic, to keep this boy from growing and changing, but something is really wrong, and Cambert thought that you guys would maybe be able to help stop whatever is going on.
Vecni responds in Elvish. And she says... What?
So disguise your voice.
I am. In Elvish. That's why I'm speaking a different language. She says... I believe it's this boy... Are there any elves in the room?
No.
So she just begins speaking in Elvish. Does anybody recognize what she's saying?
Yeah, so Zaros, the 6 humans, and the 5 half-orcs all cock their heads like, huh?
Do either of you speak Elvish?
I do, yes.
Yes.
Okay. So Vecni is just going to start explaining what happened with Winsalot and Ravenclaw. What was it?
Rowena Ravenclaw. Yeah.
And the Ravenclaw lady, in Elvish, she says that they offered the son as passage to get through the room. I forget what that creature's name was. Isakarta to get to the other side of the room, and they both perish down in the dungeon.
And they don't understand you.
Well, hoping he'll train.
I would like to repeat it also in Elvish.
Really?
I was being really funny because like maybe they just didn't get it. I say it very slowly in Elvish. The people were in the dungeon. Nah.
Dead.
So I basically repeat that in common.
Zaros looks very conflicted, and he says, "That doesn't sound like something that Rowena would do. I've known her since she was a girl. To offer up her son's soul just to appease the people here in Queensgrace, that's foolish. If your words are true, where do we go from here? What's going to happen to the boy? What happens if Camber releases his magic?"
So I relay the question in Elvish. Vecni, like, she can't speak common, so...
She
Keep up the
responds
charade.
in Elvish to you. I don't know shit about magic.
I don't know about fuck about shit.
This would be really a question for Aethelred.
Yeah.
Or Soren. Soren's not here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, near the sea, he's asking for your help.
Vecni says in Elvish, "You're the magic guy. You should know. If not, why isn't Cannonbird here using his abilities or anybody from the school?"
So this big, burly, muscular guy who has this, like, this superimposing figure, he's looking to you with deference?
Yes.
And he's looking at you like with these, like, honest, genuine eyes, like, please help.
Vecni again says in Elvish, she looks at, "What about Brogdor's remove curse?"
Well, he speaks Elvish too, so it should work.
You do speak Elvish?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
I think we can all have a side convo.
I don't know if that would work
Let's see.
in Elvish.
It seemed like it would be that easy.
I could try it.
Couldn't hurt.
I wonder.
Yeah, almost everything I have is offensive, except for like create food and water, and mass persuasion or whatever.
I mean,
Alright,
you've been
so-
persuading your way through all this shit like crazy.
I know.
Voulez-vous
Old person.
coucher avec moi?
So I'll speak
Ce
up
soir.
and I'll be like, if you allow me, I would like to approach the boy here and try to speak with my gods and remove the curse that's affecting him.
Zaros looks over to the half-orc mages, and one of them, the one that was speaking before, gives a nod. And
So-
Zaros says, "Please, dwarf, do something, please. I'll trust in you. Help this boy."
So I'll walk up to him. I'll kind of get down on a knee, take my giant cross out, and kind of press it on his chest, almost like an exorcism type deal. And I'll start.
I'm like throwing the water, holy water.
Oh, I thought you were stabbing with it.
No,
beat this out of him.
no, it's the Exorcist, not Psycho. Fucking kill him.
So I'll start mumbling a prayer, and I'll cast a 4th level remove curse on him.
And what does that do? You read it?
At your touch, all curses affecting. What's that?
Removes curses.
Pretty much.
Creates
At your
large
touch,
wall.
all curses affecting one creature or object end. If the object is cursed magic item, its curse remains, but a spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object, so it can be removed or discarded.
So a couple things happen. Number one, you get an inspiration.
Yeah.
Number two,
You're welcome.
you see this, like, outline surrounding the boy, and it looks like that giant Satar, Isakarta, the leader of those creatures. It looks like an outline of him, but it's like, it's kind of translucent, and it's like, and then it, like, dissipates and, like, shoots outwards, like you dispelled a spirit from within this child. So it looks like you successfully did that. And everyone,
Brogdor compels you.
this was visible to everybody, and everybody, like, even the mages, those half-orc mages, are like,
They
oh!
didn't even think about using. I was like, remove curse.
They're all like super, like, oh my god, I think you did it. Like, super excited and happy.
And the kid explodes.
Zaros approaches you and he puts his hand on your shoulder and he says, Dwarf, I think you saved this boy.
And I'll stand up and kind of look him over and like, I think he's going to be okay.
We've heard the reports, dire reports from the dungeons. From what we understand, both Rowena and Winzelot, this child's parents, they've both been lost. Their focuses since arriving in the city were unfortunately not as parents, but as servants of Clad and servants of Queen Inez. They never even paused to give this child a name. And what's even more concerning is once we take back the kingdom from Vigor, this boy will be the rightful lord of Ravensperch in King Lorien's Valley. Beric, due to your service in saving this boy's soul, I've decided that this child will now have a name to honor what you've done here. We will call him Beric.
Ooh, snap.
Named after you.
It's Brogdor.
Do you have a different suggestion? Would you prefer we name it something else?
Crow's Ravenclaw.
No, Beric is a very strong name. A name that he will need.
Raven Whiteclaw. That way he'll be above the law.
There you go.
Boom.
Boom.
A vision
Baby explodes.
pierces your mind, Beric. You see something horrible. In the Queensgrace dungeons, in the room...
Emoji?
It's Jamie backwards.
In the room where the stairs lead from the second floor to the third floor, in the same room that Freyla is currently outside of casting her hollow spell, in that room you see a scene. You see kobolds.
Freyla's getting gutted.
You see Sitar. You see those muscle boys.
Muscle boys.
Muscle boy.
You see those undead zombie creatures with those orange exposed skulls. You see one of those demon mages that you guys fought in the room with the pink dagger. You see one of them. You see the Shadow Knight, Death Reaver. You see that undead dragon. You see all that in this room.
Undead dragon? Where the fuck was that?
In the room with the Sitar, it was there.
Yeah, we didn't offer up a baby. We just offered up his dad.
All these creatures, all these beasts, they're surrounding a single form, a single human laying on the ground in front of them.
Uh-oh.
Is it Trogdor?
No.
Is it Rowena?
No. You saw her die.
Oh, is it Winzelot?
Yes.
Ah, shit.
It's Winzelot, the man that you gave over to the Sitar.
Yes.
He's laying there, and there are these red glyphs surrounding his body as he lays there, still breathing, still alive. It looks like he's like tied up and he can't move. There's cuts and injuries all over his body as though he was tortured. That Shadow Knight stands over his body, and it's speaking in Abyssal to other demons present there. But Beric, even though you don't know Abyssal, you understand their words. They're speaking of things that have happened. They talk of the defeat of other Shadow Knights. They're speaking of how in a place called Whittle Falls, the group called Chaos battled and slayed two Shadow Knights, defeated two Shadow Knights, and how a new embodiment of Chaos must be brought forth. Demon Mage plus the Shadow Knight begins...
Is he the only one that sees it?
Yes.
Okay.
The Demon Mage plus the Shadow Knight begins some kind of...
Just waiting while he's giving his...
It's like an instinct. The image is an instinct.
He's standing there for 5
real
minutes.
time.
Fucking Zaros is standing there like... Beric!
Dude, I think
We named the baby!
I think the shrooms are kicking in.
How can you tell?
That's when the edibles hit. Oh!
Right. They begin some kind of incantation, and Winzelot begins to glow this crimson red. And then that red turns to this very ominous blue color.
Oh, shit.
And his body begins to contort and change.
Turn into a Shadow Knight.
His skin begins to change color into this like dark blue color, and he screams in pain and agony as he seems to be going under some kind of a transformation. And then your vision ends.
So I kind of like shake my head for a second. And I'll look at who's this guy I'm talking to?
Zoros.
I'll look at Zoros and I'm like, did you see that?
Yes, that was incredible. I can't believe you saved this boy.
Oh yeah, that was.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant.
Toads.
Totes.
You're all very welcome. Does this mean we can see Camembert now? And then, excuse me, I'm gonna step down and go back to these two and explain in Elvish so no one else can understand what I saw.
I'm way too high for this.
Whoa. So, we gotta kill this guy now?
Kill what guy?
I don't know, whatever we just saw.
We didn't see it.
Well, I explained.
Oh.
Yeah, I came back down then.
So what do you think happened?
Also, I'm kind of weirded out that, like, Camembert couldn't have figured this out.
It did seem quite basic.
Well, maybe we needed someone to hold the tide back, and that allowed the extra
That's true.
push.
The baby was aging very fast. This is all in Elvish.
Okay.
So what am I gonna say?
Carly.
Do you think that they're not converting him? Do you think they're changing him into a whatever these people are called? Shadow Knight?
It's possible. Because they can't get out of there.
Maybe they're creating a new Lich King.
They can't get out yet.
That's true. I mean, we could go back down there and kill them all. Probably should have done that in the first place. It was a little tough.
It was a little hard there. So I'll kind of break off from our little huddle. I'm like, so is Camembert coming out here? Can we see him?
Yeah, now we solved the problem. He should be free.
He scratches the side of his head. He goes, I'm pretty sure that he did want to speak with you guys. I could send one of my men to go check to see if they're ready for you.
Yeah, I totally thought that said E major 7, and I'm like, that's a real pretty chord, but I don't think it's a good kid's name.
One of the clad soldiers leaves the room, and a couple minutes later he comes back, and the human clad soldier says, "Yeah, the Royal Council will take you guys."
Vecni says in Elvish, can we ask him if we can get a private meeting with Camembert?
Yeah, I'll look over at Zoros and request that due to the nature of the events here and our request to see him, or his request to see him, that if we could meet him in private would be appreciated.
Zoros seems kind of like unsure, and he's like, honestly, I don't think that's something I could facilitate. He goes, I don't really have sway like that here, but you could feel free to ask him yourself when you go in there. If you could speak to him just one-on-one.
He's in there with the queen right now, right?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
No, thanks. I'll tell the clad guard to ask Camembert for a private meeting.
Roll a persuasion roll with a DC of 13.
15.
He nods. And
What'd you do?
Roll persuasion
For what?
to ask the guard to talk to Camembert.
Oh, okay.
We don't want to see the queen.
I don't want to be seen in here.
Yeah, let's meet him back at the Magic Castle or whatever the hell is, where he teaches people stuff. The Tower of Power.
the guard leaves and comes back a couple minutes later. And he says, yeah, Lord Camembert said that he'll meet with you guys alone. He'll send one of his images. He goes, follow me. And he leaves the room.
She
Yes.
says, cool visual.
So, right now, the characters are in the place labeled Keep.
It's at the top in the middle.
Ta-da!
Wow. Really cool.
What is going on?
What?
And I got to move all the docks over.
You don't have to.
Hey, you leave my dock out of this.
It's so small.
Put my dock in it.
It's the smallest dock I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, Captain Crunch isn't really a captain. You can call it that all you want.
Wait,
What?
what do you mean he is a captain?
He has a hat.
How dare you?
He has a damn
He's a
hat.
fucking captain of cereal. That doesn't count.
That's a captain. Captain America isn't a captain of a ship, but he's still a captain of America.
You can be the
what a
captain
jerk.
of
You know
opening
what,
that door and
Barca?
leaving.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't like him anymore.
you can get the fuck out. You can be captain of get the fuck out.
I'll be the general of your mom's ass. How about
Oh,
Listen, you ain't that big.
I've never seen Kevin's mom.
She fat as fuck.
that? All right, well, I'll take your word.
I've never seen her. No idea what even she looks like.
I don't usually go straight to mama's, but I had nothing to come back with. Because I'm not really sure why you're attacking me.
So we're waiting for.
Not waiting for anything. The guy said, "Follow me," and he walked out the room.
Yeah, we follow. We're gonna follow.
All right, so you follow him. You make a left down that main, longer hallway, wider hallway, and then you make a right down a little short hallway. What's so funny?
I just thinking of.
And he leads you over to this door with no guard or anything.
Okay.
And you open it. Open the door. You come in almost like a guest room. Like it's not used, but the bed's made. It's clean and everything. There's nobody in there except for an image of Camembert.
It's just him, and the guard leaves the room.
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna go in first, just to make sure the room's cleared. Even though you did say that, and then I'll have Vecni come in.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to sneak around the corner and point my wand to the war mage.
So, Camembert, it's good to see you again.
Using the thaumaturgy cantrip, in a loud, booming voice, Camembert says, "Beric, Aethelred." He looks to you and gives a little bit of a smile. "My lady, it's a pleasure seeing you guys. Thank you for saving the soul of young Beric."
You're very welcome. Glad I was able to help.
You chose the right ones.
I knew you guys could do it.
So we weren't able to save Rarick and his friends.
About those bodies.
We did leave the bodies in your office.
Oh, yeah,
You may want to tend to that.
I wasn't watching when that happened. Unfortunately, I had to use all my power to prevent young Beric from transforming further. So what happened? How did they die?
When we walked in there, they were already being ambushed by 10, 20 creatures.
And you slayed them all?
We slayed them after they slayed them. There was nothing we could do. We were outnumbered. And Rarick became an idiot and charged face first into another one's chest.
It was almost like he was possessed.
That does not sound like the Rarick I know.
It was out of character.
It's almost like someone else was controlling him.
We could ask him about the parasite thing.
It's true.
That'd be a good question.
Did you hear about when we were talking to Rose about the parasite? We talked to you about it. You said that you would join us and assist us.
Unfortunately, my time and attention got taken up by the happenings in the keep.
So, where do you stand on that? Do you still plan on helping us?
What was it exactly that you wanted me to do,
To come and look at it. We don't know what will.
young lady? And he gives you another smile.
Vecni smirks and continues talking, and she goes, "You said that you would come and assist us, because I don't know what to do with this, and I really don't want to go inside this creature. And I don't think these boys do either."
Well, I'll tell you this. I don't like the idea of you guys provoking whatever's inside of that Mok'Nathal. However, that being said, clearly that creature's dying. And if it dies, if the host dies, I have no idea what will happen with the parasite. And I fear that thing being loosed in our kingdom. Perhaps it would be best if you went in and tried to do something.
Well, is there something you could do so that our gear does not get dissolved inside this creature?
Without knowing more about the environment in there's nothing I could really do. I do remember a Rose saying something that she could perhaps protect one of you one time.
Yeah. Well, you could talk to your soldiers, Adonis and... I forgot his name.
Idlewild?
Idlewild. They were in there. So they have knowledge. We were planning on talking to them until fentanyl came and got us.
I love it. That's awesome.
What was his name?
Fenalt. Pretty close.
That's pretty close.
I mean, you got most of the letters. Is there anything you have or cast that can protect us against that type of damage?
I see.
He thinks about it and he says, you know, I could cast a spell on the lot of you to give you 1 hour protection. It'll give you resistance to acid. I could do that for you.
It would be very, very helpful.
I think you've earned it as much. I mean, you did just save that boy's life for us.
We've done a lot for Slay.
You have. I've been trying to tell the Queen that. We've got to get Lord Henry out of her ear.
Well, I mean, if you turn the blind eye, I can get rid of him. She smirks.
A question out of that for gameplay. For resistance against acid, though, it still can damage.
You just take half damage.
Yeah.
Because I can cast that for myself, but...
For an hour? No.
Yes.
You can give yourself an hour of resistance to acid.
Concentration. For the duration, the willing creature you touch has a resistance to one type of damage of your choice.
Oh.
Acid, cold, fire, lightning, thunder, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. I know you had... That's pretty strong. I know you had that. What spell is that?
Protection from energy.
Oh. That's pretty good. Okay.
That's why I was wondering, because I was looking at that before, but if it's just resistance, it would still technically damage us.
Yes.
Yes. Cannonbert, how many are you able to instill this protection on?
I can give it to your whole group.
I wanted to talk to Idlewild and Adonis and see if they'd come in with us because they were already down there. Would you be able to include them?
Yeah.
Okay. And as far as your Henry problem, it just kind of coincides with our decision, as long as you guys agree with me, that we think Queen Inez should seek a betrothal with the King of Un.
You've mentioned this before. Is that your group's decision?
Do you have anything to say?
I am all for it.
And he looks to Aethelred.
And?
Just say yes.
Yes. Sorry, I was reading a spell.
I would imagine, my lady, that you're apprehensive about going to the royal council chamber. However, the queen will want to hear it from your mouths. And on top of that, you've done great service for our kingdom.
But I don't really want to be locked up.
It would go a long way for you to speak with the council, the prince, and Queen Inez, and butter them up a little bit and talk about your deeds. You have me in your corner, of course. I still have to show some objectivity, and I can't display obvious favoritism. But I want you to know that I will be acting a little differently in the royal council chamber towards you, because I have to show faith with the crown. But I am in your corner.
Was there any of the other council members that are in the corner?
Well, they're not all present in the royal council chamber at the moment. Currently, there is only myself, the queen, the queen's new bodyguard. He was one of your friends, I believe.
What's his name?
Lordneck.
Ah, yes.
There's also Lord Shilter and the prince, and that's all that's in the council chamber currently.
No, wait, why
Lord Henry's not there right
Why
now.
do we have to go to the council to do this?
Because he says that we should say our opinion to the Queen,
for the... Yeah,
the
okay.
betrothal.
Yeah.
Lord Henry himself is not there currently, and neither is Lady Rose, Kevley Greystone, Decarth,
Can you
Joey
do me a favor
McGriggins.
before we go in?
Yes.
Is Mickley and Greystone still here?
No, he left the city some time ago.
Ah, shit.
You knew that. You met with him at the one camp.
Oh, that's right. And Edric's with them?
Edrin, yeah.
Is there ways that you can have them communicate with us? because Adrian was one of the clad soldiers that attacked us. And if we were to have attacked them to kill them, he would have been dead too.
I can send an envoy. I can send a messenger.
Because there is an eyewitness of Lord Henry sending the clad soldiers to kill us.
Did you already convince Cambert that that happened? You did? Okay.
And Miclean and Ed.
I thought you convinced Getman that that happened.
It might have been Getman.
Yeah, I don't think you convinced Cambert of this.
Okay. So I'll continue saying what I was saying. Miclean and Edrin were both seen in that fight. So we'd both be eyewitnesses to what happened.
And I'm sorry, Vecni. What was the purpose of this ambush that you're speaking of? Because at the way Lord Henry tells it, is that you and your allies were paid to assassinate Sir Brost and his men.
No, what we were doing was we were escaping Vigo Valley City, and Lord, what is it, Brost?
Sir Brost.
Sir Brost told us that he knew of a cut through the mountain range.
Okay.
And when we got there, we got jumped by Blood Mist. And they were in league with Clad, and Lord Henry has a relationship with Blood Mist.
Blood Mist is our sworn enemies. I can't really see you, as much as Lord Henry is an ambitious man, I can't see him hiring Blood Mist to do his dirty work. That seems a little far-fetched.
And Getman believed us because he knew that Lord Henry had relations with him.
You convinced Getman, yeah.
Relations.
But didn't Getman know that Lord Henry talked to Blood Mist? I think yeah. Can you summon? I just forgot his name. That I just said it.
Getman?
Getman. Can you summon Getman here? He knows of Lord Henry's relationship with Blood Mist.
I could, but I find that request to be pretty strange.
Why?
Well, Getman is one of Lord Henry's vassals and his spy master. Why would you summon the spy master of the person that you want to oppose? It seems like
hold on.
A strange thing.
If you are able to see of all things, then you should have seen us having this conversation where Getman told us that Lord Henry had a relationship with Blood Mist.
I did watch your conversation with Getman, but it didn't really seem to contain any pertinent information. I wasn't paying a lot of attention to it.
So you missed the part where he says that Lord Henry was involved with Blood Mist.
Yes.
Conveniently, you didn't hear of him admitting. If I go talk to Getman and he says that Lord Henry has a relationship with Blood Mist, would you believe me?
I'm not saying I don't believe you now, Vecni. All I'm saying is that
He's a very ambitious man, and a means to an end is Blood Mist.
All I'm saying is if you want to bring Getman to the Royal Council
he
chamber,
won't admit it out loud. That's
yeah,
why I'm not.
I feel like that's just going to work against you. You could do it if you want.
I know he won't. I meant it with you, not in the Royal Council chamber.
I trust you, Vecni. I think it's strange what you're saying.
It sounds strange.
I gotta tell you, I do trust you more than I trust Lord Henry.
Well, Blood Mist is enemies to Vega, correct?
Yes. Blood Mist is enemies to everyone.
So the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I suppose that's true to an extent. Blood Mist has no allies that I can name.
Lord Henry.
Well, that's a pretty serious accusation.
Well, if Soren was here, he could vouch for what I'm saying as well.
You just
He
wait.
is just gone. I don't know what else I can do to give you proof. Besides you summoning Mikkeli and Edrin.
If you would like me to, I could send an envoy.
I think that would be pertinent.
Okay. One will be dispatched on the morrow, first thing.
Okay.
We'll send a raven immediately.
Is there anything else we need to discuss? Do you want us to talk to her now?
You don't need to. I believe she is aware of your presence. Well, not your specific presence, Vecni, but I believe they're aware of your group's presence in the keep and are expecting you. But it'd be simple enough for me to make up an excuse and say that you had to leave.
Or you can just tell her that we had to tend to a roses issue.
That's fine. I'm sure she won't be upset.
Putting out fires all over this place.
That's what we do. But yet they don't trust.
Like Ghostbusters and shit.
We've been doing everything for Clad and Slay, and they don't trust me. It's unbelievable.
Clyde hates you.
Well, the hatred is unwarranted.
Well, You tried to assassinate Sir Bros. You did assassinate Sir Bros.
No, it was self-defense.
That's not what their people think.
Details.
Because they're lying. Lord Henry is a liar.
Yeah, but the people believe that.
This is fine what they believe. It's not true.
Okay.
You believe me.
I do. That's not the Vecni I know.
What do you plan on doing with these cultists?
Haha, that's the other one, yes. Too many side quests.
I feel bad because I talked for a long time and you guys just sat here. But it's all relevant.
Well, it was, I mean, good information. It was fine.
It seems as though the threat has been quelled for the time being, but I worry that the next full moon they might attempt to renew their plan.
What did you do?
A mass suggestion on the...
Don't do it today?
Well, basically what I said was wait for your leader to return before you go through with it, because we didn't think he was coming back. Or at least we knew it would buy us time. Because they were ready to just let it rip, like right then.
When you entered the keep, the full moon was high in the sky, by the way.
Yeah, so they supposed to have done it at full moon when it was cresting, but looks like it didn't happen.
Tell them about the people from Tartea.
Well, I don't know what to tell them other than that they're here and that they're
He hasn't been watching.
they're at the having a beer at the inn.
What do they want?
They want us to swear loyalty to their queen, amongst other things.
So did they come to Queensgrace to recruit for their kingdom? That seems strange.
No, that's a good question. We only had a 5-minute conversation.
Well, yeah, we had to come here. And I didn't speak to him because I had to put his face on. We could find out for you.
Yeah, we can go check it out.
I would prefer knowing why they're in our city. They don't seem to be hostile, but they have to be here for some
I
purpose.
believe they are allied with Un, if I'm correct. Yes.
Then why come to Queensgrace?
Yeah, I do not know.
They didn't speak with anyone from our ruling class.
Perhaps they didn't get here yet. I don't know how long they've been in the city.
I know when I last watched, they were not here yet.
So they must have just got here.
They must have.
And it's late, so probably stopping at the inn was the right move.
Yeah, they didn't seem to be hostile in any way.
Okay. I would like to know more.
Okay, so we'll go talk to them. We'll talk to Adonis and Ethelwild. And then can you meet us if we call for you with a rose?
Yes.
Sounds like a plan.
Unless I get distracted again.
Conveniently.
Yeah. Alright. You ready, boys?
Let's roll out.
Vecni hooks Ethelred's arm again. And she says, it's good talking to you again, Ken, but...
It was a pleasure to see you again, my lady. Aethelred Barrack, as always, it's been a pleasure.
Every time.
I'm not even sure I've seen you for real, but awesome.
Still not.
Right,
Not
yeah.
the real one.
Yeah.
Nope. We have not met in person yet, Aethelred, but hopefully soon.
Excellent. Look forward to it.
I'm actually in the Royal Council chamber right now, just a few feet away.
I do not want to go in there.
Okay.
Alright, so
We out.
We'll leave and go back to the tavern.
Sure. You return to the tavern, and the same individuals that were there last time are still there. Hatrian, the 4 other members of Tartea, 3 males, 1 female, Idlewild, Adonis, Getman, and Boomadon. And there are no Shadow Vipers there currently.
Okay. I'm going to go up to our room and put my regular clothes on.
Sure.
And grab all my gear.
Okay.
And I will use my
I
disguise
will
kit.
retrieve my bow.
I will use my disguise kit, which has hair dyes, and dye my hair black again.
Okay.
And then we're back down in the tavern. And I have to pee-pee.
That man with the kilt approaches Aethelred and puts his arm around him. He's got he's double fisting. He's got 2 mugs of ale.
He's double what?
Double fisting, and he hands you one.
Excellent. I take it and clink mugs and say thank you, sir.
Great to see you again, my friend. Who's your battle buddy over here? Who's this dwarf? Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Santa. I mean, whatever your name is. How you doing?
Hi, I'm Ha. You can call me Ha. Who are you? What's your name?
Hi, I'm Barrick. I'm just traveling here with my friends, offering some protection where needed. How are you?
I am fantastic. And he reaches out a hand, and he smells of booze. He's definitely intoxicated a bit, and he tries to give you a handshake.
I'll reach out and shake his hand.
Gives you a nice, strong Predator, like the first Predator movie, the Carl Weathers, Arnold Schwarzenegger handshake.
Always reference that.
Chubbs Peterson.
He goes, "Tell me, you look kind of devout. Do you follow any organized religion or anything like that? Not to get too deep into stuff."
Yeah, I have a personal religion that I follow.
What is that?
Titties.
It is. Is there actually a name for it?
Well, I know that you're not a heretic. However, I have a feeling you're not following the right religion.
Oh yeah, and what religion would that be?
You didn't tell me yet.
No, what religion do you think I should be following?
Oh, the Church of Epsilon, of course.
Wait a minute. That's the cult.
Is it?
And again, he gives you now he releases Aethelred and he puts his arm around you, and he gets like his face really close to your face.
Wait, is the Church of Epsilon like the opposite of the cult?
They're not on the same side.
I know, that's why I said opposite.
Yeah, sure. He says, "When this war is over, I want you, your buddy Aethelred over here." Did you tell him your name?
Yeah.
You, your buddy Aethelred over here. Why don't you make that pilgrimage with me? We'll go to Dragonspire. We'll pray at the Rooster, and all the blessings will be upon us. It's going to be wonderful.
That sounds like quite an adventure.
Hell yeah.
And you know what?
So it's a date then.
We'll see how things go here.
Check.
He grabs this like it's almost like a sticker, and it looks kind of like that sigil that was outside on the destrier. It's that dragon with all the eyes around it, and he slaps the sticker on your chest. He goes, "Well, it's a date. Let's do this thing when the war's all over." And he slaps the sticker on your chest.
I'm like,
That'll be 47 sessions from now, so you could probably safely agree to it.
What do you say?
I say, when this thing all blows over, we'll have a chat and we'll talk about this adventure.
I'll give you a +1 renown to Tartea.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't we get a plus something renown to
Slay
last session or something?
Can you
Recently.
spell Tartea?
Tartea.
Okay.
And Joe got a -1.
Yes, because he tried to steal from Cambert's office.
So I think I'm +3 now to Slay.
I'm +5.
Where the fuck is that even on this character sheet?
I put under notes under allies.
Oh.
So Dungeons and Dragons, this is like a variant rule. You don't have to have renown in factions, but that's the kind of campaign.
Okay.
It's like the theme. I don't know if you noticed.
So if you do like a roll to persuade someone in that group, you add your +3.
Okay, that makes sense. If you're more well known, then that would be more effective.
Yeah. Or if a group hates you,
Right.
trying to convince them to do stuff is going to be much harder.
I have a -1 to Blood Mist.
Yeah, so Blood Mist doesn't like you that much, probably because you killed a bunch of them. So
I have a -5 to Blood Mist.
What did you do?
Killed a whole lot. Let's see. I killed was Blood Mist the ones with the kids?
yes.
Me and another guy, Brett, basically stopped a child trafficking ring.
Yeah.
They kidnapped like 100 kids, and me and Brett came in and just killed half of them, maybe. I don't remember.
Brian was there too, but
How do
he
you
He
didn't.
didn't
spell
do
it?
anything.
Tartea.
Yeah, that was a crazy fight. That was fun.
It was just one Oni.
Yeah, but when we were trying to run away, and the hyenas kept showing up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that shit got crazy.
Yeah. And they're dragging kids away and shit when you
Yep.
guys are trying to march through the woods.
Yep.
That was awesome.
That was nuts.
And then Kevlian showed up.
Yes, thank God, because I was almost dead.
The adventurers entered the cabin and rescued over 100 missing children, comprised of humans and gnomes. All children were under 10, and some were even toddlers. The adventurers fled back to their horses with the kids. Using the 3 steeds and all available saddlebags, Vesiesh quickly escorted the youngest toddlers away from the area, while Vecni and Roland began a slower march on foot back to Queensgrace. A few hours into the ride back to the castle, Vess sensed the presence of beings in the trees above her, followed by multiple elvish whispers, reciting the phrase for Hunter's Mark. The party began to escort the kidnapped children back to Queensgrace. While Vecni and Roland escorted the older children on foot, they were harried by a group of hyenas and gnolls. Vecni detonated a stick of dynamite to scare the hyenas back, which worked for a time. Meanwhile, Vess and Soren were riding much more swiftly towards Queensgrace with the smaller children in tow. They were stopped by a group of sleigh rangers, led by First Ranger Kevlian Greystone. After a brief conversation, Soren and Vess went ahead to escort the children towards the city, while Kevlian and his rangers went to assist Roland and Vecni with the lot. Roland and Vecni's group were attacked again. This time, a large group of hyenas, led by more gnolls than before, descended upon the adventurers. Over a dozen of the children were killed and their bodies carried off by the feral attackers. This had a cost, however, as a number of the hyenas and even 3 gnolls were slaughtered by the experienced pirate and the steadily improving Hexblade Warlock. A short time after the attack, Vecni and Roland met Kevlian and his men. The adventurers and the rescued children were escorted the rest of the way to Queensgrace without incident.
All right, we're going to go excuse ourselves from McKilt over here and go up to
Adonis. Sir Adonis.
Idlewild, was that his name?
And Idlewild.
Yep.
Wait, were they sitting at the table with all these guys?
No, there were
No,
separate
they were
tables.
separate.
All right. So we'll walk up to them.
They look pretty somber and just like really down and glum. And they look up to you and they just kind of like, hey,
Have we met these two before?
just Vecni has.
Yeah. Vecni sits down. We'll grab a bottle from behind the bar and just wink at Boomadon. And she'll walk over to the table and put it down.
Boy, you boys look like shit.
They just both look kind of upset and they're just and Sir Adonis is like, yeah, I mean, I've had better days.
What happened?
Lady Rose wanted us to do this strange mission. We basically got our asses kicked, almost died. And I'm not used to losing fights. I'll be honest with you, this is a shitty feeling.
Right, well, she has tasked us to do the same mission.
Can you tell us what happened in there?
Yeah, the second, we were excited to go in. The second we got down there, she told you about how this all goes, right?
Generally.
About how she's got to shrink you down and throw you in. Okay, so we were ready to go, and we got down there. And the second we entered, couldn't fucking breathe, couldn't fucking see. I felt like my whole body was just on fire, just trying to walk. I had to jump over all this shit. I had to like jump on different platforms and whatnot.
Platforms.
Yeah, there was like
meat platform.
boiling acid water everywhere. Monsters coming out the walls and whatnot, attacking us. I lost my sword. My sword got fucking melted. We were there very briefly, and we said the command word to get the hell out.
Yeah,
we were gonna die.
No for me, dog.
We were gonna die. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's a big area. I feel like you could probably find whatever's in there pretty quickly, but getting there is going to be tough.
Now, why
I don't know.
couldn't you see or breathe?
Just the atmosphere. It was so hot, and I felt like my skin was burning just from the second I entered. It was rough.
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
It was terrible.
Now, when you lost your sword, were you fighting something, or was it just started melting on you?
Oh, it was from one of the creatures. It wasn't from that wasn't from the atmosphere. It was one of the creatures that came out of the walls.
So when you were striking the creatures, they were melting your sword?
No, it was an attack or ability or something the creatures had. It wasn't from me attacking them.
Was your sword magical?
Is this
Yeah.
Adonis or...
It's Adonis.
Okay.
So
were
it
you
destroyed-
able to ascertain anything at the wild?
it didn't seem like what was affecting us was a magical nature. It almost felt like we were just inside of some kind of living digestive tract.
It was the stomach.
Well, I wouldn't say it was Tiger Keg's stomach that was attacking us, that was creating this atmosphere. I would say it was some kind of whatever is the source of power that Lady Rose sent us to find. I feel like it created this atmosphere and these creatures. I don't think these things are just naturally in a Machenthal's stomach. But would I say it's magical? I would say it kind of didn't. I didn't feel magic power. No. Something darker and worse.
Well, we spoke to Lord Gallenbert about this.
And what did he say?
And he says that he would be able to... would you assume that this was an acidic attack on you? Your
Acidic?
Yeah. Your gear was melting.
I would say it wasn't magical. It would have to. It wasn't fire. I would say it would have to be some kind of acid. I mean, Sir Adonis had a magic sword that was melted, and that's not something that. Usually, magic items are powerful artifacts that are difficult to destroy. It's not something. It's not an everyday occurrence to see a magic sword melted before your eyes.
Yeah, I don't really want to go in there either.
Does not sound like a good time.
I know Lady Rose was worried that if we do nothing, it might make the situation worse. Taking some kind of action might be better than taking no action.
But how do we protect our gear from getting eaten?
Bring in gear you don't care about, I guess. I'm not bringing anything expensive in there again.
But are you willing to go in there again?
With the right, I've done my duty as a soldier and loyal vassal of Queensgrace and Slay. But with the right incentive, there is something specific that I kind of do desire that you could help with. And if you were willing to do it, then I would go in again. And if you guys plan to do it and assist you.
What is it you ask for?
Vecni, do you remember my friend Phoenix from Lorgan's Tavern? Do you recall him?
No. But Vecni does.
He's a human man with a flaming sword. Remember, you and Soren seemed kind of impressed with his blade.
Is he the one that wanted us to blame the one guy for killing Frank Mandrake?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That was Gendy. He's dead.
Ah.
He's a lizard man. Well, my friend Phoenix that you met, I'm sure you recall, you formulated that plan on creating a distraction in the city so we could all escape. Remember that?
Yes.
When myself, Sir Adonis, the people of One, the people of Frank, when we all fled the city and tried to escape, we encountered Forte guards.
He died, correct?
Yes, Phoenix died in a
I
battle
didn't
with
see
Forte
his
guards. And Karagonda apparently now has Phoenix's flaming blade. The party approached the Forte outpost they encountered previously near the entrance of the valley. They observed the barricades were smashed and there were deceased Forte soldiers everywhere. Amongst the dead was a single dead man of Slay. The man was Phoenix, the blonde human warrior Vecni and Soren met in Lorgan's Tavern, the one that had the glowing sword. Vecni surmised Phoenix died fighting his way through the barricades with his Slay comrades. Vecni searched the man's body, but found someone had already taken his glowing sword. Still, Vecni recovered some kind of special quiver on Phoenix's corpse. I would like it back. He was one of my good friends. It's a powerful sword. I want the sword back. If you're willing to help me with that, I'll take your word that you'll do that for me, and I'll come with you.
Of course, if we find the flaming sword of Phoenix.
Karagon is a dangerous man, but from what I've heard, you and your friends, you're pretty tough yourselves.
Well, not to brag.
Hey, big muscle boys.
Did we just get another side quest?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, but I'm sure you guys would have wanted to kill Karagonda anyway. Kevin's dealt with him before. He's like the main leader of the group Forte.
And where is he right now?
Big Rally City, probably.
Yeah, probably.
So
you
not-
don't really know. But
Not here.
no.
Well, Lord Cannibert said that he would be able to instill some magic on us that would give us some sort of protection. Not immunity,
Okay.
and we are looking to go in there as well.
Okay. When do you plan on doing this?
Now.
They look to each other.
Immediately, if not sooner.
They look down to their half-empty mugs of ale, and they're like, "Yeah, fuck it."
I take the bottle and I fill up their cups with whatever liquor I grabbed.
They chug down the mugs, slam on the table. All right, let's go.
That was easy, boys.
No
No,
rolls, no nothing. They're ready to go.
Is that blacksmith shop nearby?
No.
What do you need? Something fixed?
I need to get some shit weapons.
Well, yeah, that's my
I don't
thought.
want to ruin my stuff.
Get some weapons. And then-
Garbage weapons.
Well, I'll have my...
Is there a Bud K in the bazaar? We can get some garbage weapons there.
Be mindful. At this point now, it's like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So, extremely unlikely that any of those places are open.
I mean,
So just drinking in whores this late?
I mean,
it's open enough. So I'm gonna kind of signal over to what's the bartender's name?
Boomadon.
I'm gonna signal over to Boomadon.
Words are hard.
They are.
I couldn't talk before for some reason.
I'm gonna walk over to the Tartarians and kind of give one of these, buy them all around, and
They all cheer, except for the guy with the orange Holberg. He doesn't cheer.
Fuck that kid.
fuck him.
He looks annoyed actually that you're interrupting.
Ignore this. I'm gonna talk to my new buddy over here, and let me rewind slightly. We're gonna put our weapons in the room,
Okay.
and then go back down.
All weapons?
Our main weapons,
Which would be what?
my axe and whatever he ditched before.
Yeah, I'm going to get rid of everything. All my magic items and whatnot, I don't want them melted. Let's see, do I have any plain weapons? I'll keep my darts on me. Because if they get dissolved, whatever.
Can you guys write down? Well, you don't have to do it yet. If you guys do go in there, I want you to write down what you actually have.
So I'm gonna talk to him and kind of like butter him up and talk to him and be like, hey, we got this mission we need to go on to protect Queensgrace here. Do you have any weapons that we can borrow for the time being?
Cheap, shitty weapons.
They don't need to know which cheap, shitty weapons are.
That friendly guy smiling, he goes, "Oh, let me think." And as he's pondering, the man with the yellow and black checkered armor with a lemon sigil on his cape,
That's gotta be really hard to miss, that guy walking around.
he's super flamboyantly dressed.
Yeah.
He like shoots up out of his seat. He like shoots up with like great excitement, and he basically like runs up to you like this, and he's like, "Excuse me, are you about to talk tactics with Hatrian?"
Yeah, yeah. We're talking about some God, words are hard.
Tactricks!
Tactricks. We're heading out on a special mission that we're in a rush for, and we can't bring magical weapons where we're going. So we're looking for some other weapons that we can use to help, and then when we're done, we'll come back and bring them to you.
His eyes go wide with excitement. I love tactical plans and intelligent stratagems. Is there something? I don't have any shitty weapons to give you, but is there something else I could help you with? Any kind of planning or plotting or anything like that?
Well, you could come with us and give us a hand.
Do you have any weapons that you can?
What would be in it for the Kingdom of Tartea? Great Queen Dana Feric
Obviously,
and
glory.
the Church of Epsilon.
Glory is all that matters.
Glory to Dana Feric and the Church of Epsilon.
Why not?
He walks back to the and he speaks to the man with the leather armor. It's like black leathers, and that man says, "Will there be fire? Can we burn things down?"
You can burn whatever you want.
Right, I guess so, yeah. Why not?
Roll persuasion, Aethelred.
Yeah.
And your DC, I'm gonna have to make it a big DC because to get this group to join you is like that's like a massive thing.
Okay.
20.
20? Okay.
Were they involved in the battle?
Yes, they had one of the ships.
25.
25.
Yeah, yeah.
Boom.
Okay.
Sorry.
They all get up.
He looks like, damn it.
They all get up, and the man with the yellow armor, he says, "We will agree to go with you, but only if all ultimate, final tactical decisions fall unto me."
Okay, well, let's see what you can do.
I will be the tactical leader of this group, and you must follow my every command.
Operation Get Behind the Lemon Heads.
Well, then let us go.
Hold on. What is your name?
I am Sir Riam the Lemon Knight. What was my name? Oh, this is ridiculous.
Do you remember me?
Of course, I met you briefly a couple months ago.
In our battle against Moonronia.
Yes, after Tartea won the battle against the Moonronians, I recall.
Pretty sure it was the Golden Tusks that beat him, but it's
Oh, the
fine.
Golden Tusks. Yeah, you guys were the Golden Tusks were there.
It was my tactical plannings that caused our victory. But anyway,
I believe that you believe
this
that.
is Lord Adonis, and this is Aethelwald.
Greetings.
They have been inside where we are going. So if you are going to make a tactical plan, discuss with these two.
He goes to walk towards them, and he goes, "Well, before I do that, quick introductions. You've already met Hatrian, the royal paramour to Queen Dana Tinus Ferric,
Interesting.
the great queen of Tartea.
No wonder he's a big fan.
Sir Riam, as a paramour. Sir Riam, the Lemon Knight, as I just said. This young strapping gentleman over here is Cog the Infidel, and he points over to the man with the orange hauberk. And he points over to the man in the leathers, and he goes, "And this is Newt, and of course Snow Pixie," and he points to the woman with the nun's bonnet. And then they go over, and he begins speaking with Sir Adonis and Idlewild.
Which guy had that katana?
That was Hatrian, the paramour.
The paramour of Queen
Dana Tinus Ferric.
It smells like citrus, single
So
lemon
wait, Ha
sigil,
has the
Sir
katana?
Rayam
Yes.
Okay. I'm
of
getting that katana.
Lemon, the Lemon Knight, female human. All right. I have notes on that.
The Lemon Knight.
Oh, you have notes still from that? Yeah, he met them very briefly.
Nice.
All right, so we'll start heading towards the dungeon.
Wait, hold on.
Nope.
I'm gonna swap out my armor.
Oh, your armor class is going to draw.
No, not that much.
Be mindful. Everything that you bring with you is going to be in play.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to bring all my darts. I'm going to bring. I have a. It says fancy sword in the
So,
notes. It's.
I guess we're gonna put shit back in the room then.
Yeah.
If you whatever
Back
you
in
want
the
to
hotel
do,
room.
you do whatever you
I'm
want.
just gonna make a notepad here of. Shit
my
that
notes
I'm
say
actually
it's a
bringing.
sword, a fancy sword from Moonronia. So I'll take that. Dude, I don't know.
When was the last time you fought Moonronians?
Mongolians.
Oh, you fought the Dragoons.
Yeah.
You fought the Dragoons.
I also.
That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. Well, that was like 4 years ago.
No.
3 years ago.
Barry or Keith was playing.
Oh, 2 years ago.
For
And I have the Moonronian dagger owned by Valerie.
That she was a Dragoon.
Yeah. And I got one of their swords. So I'll take a sword and my darts. And I'm going to leave my gloves. Oh, fuck. I'm going to punch like a bitch.
Maybe it'll be fine.
Let me see.
Well, that would get these other guys to
and
hide
I'm also
behind.
going to take my longbow and arrows. I'm not going to try to hit these guys.
so I'm gonna go up to the room, take off my dwarven plate. I'm gonna put on that hauberk brigandine armor that I have.
Oh, that you got from
Chopping that guy's head off.
Daxos? Yeah. That was before you were playing. This is a long time ago.
I assume.
And then-
They've done a lot of shit. So.
So I'm gonna basically bring that armor, a battle axe, and I'm gonna talk to Ha and get his katana.
Get his katana.
He smiles broadly,
I'm
He's
gonna
coming
buy-
with us.
gives you a big hug, and he
He's
says,
got a big mace thing.
"Yeah." He gives you a big hug, and he leans in, and he says, "Over my dead fucking body."
Thanks, hands.
Come on, buddy. Thought we were friends here.
Roll persuasion DC 24.
24.
Well, they give you his katana. That's
Yeah, what's he
ridiculous.
gonna-
Holy shit. 28.
Oh, damn it. Yep. He did it.
He did.
You can borrow my katana for this battle.
You the man.
And he gives you his +3
Damn.
non-magical katana.
+3.
Is that actually in the...
Katana, I think it has the same stats as a longsword.
It does. Katanas and longswords are the same.
But it's a +3 non-magical.
Okay. I can do
He says
that.
you can borrow it until after we're done with this mission.
Fair enough. Thanks.
It's ridiculous that you succeeded on that.
It's ridiculous that you asked.
I rolled a 19 plus 9.
Damn, that's a pretty
You have
high
a plus 9 on
persuasion.
persuasion?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a
Noted.
very crafty dwarf.
Yeah, surprised.
Yeah, so I'm leaving. The only thing I'm leaving behind is the wand of the war mage and that bow.
That's like all your stuff.
Huh?
Isn't that like all your magic stuff?
Yeah, basically. Everything else is just regular crap. So if it gets lost, whatever, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, so I'm basically going with sharpen a battle axe, that katana, and the armor.
So also, if I give you his character sheet to play in this in this dungeon, he won't have any katana abilities. 'Cause he doesn't have his katana.
But he has his other weapon.
Yes.
But are his katana abilities good?
You wouldn't know.
Could I just give it back to him when you get in there?
Could we swap weapons?
That'd be meta now, though, if you were to do that.
No, if I got his character sheet.
That'd be meta. That'd be super meta.
That's super meta.
Yeah, but if you're controlling him, you could say, "Hey, I'm really good with a katana. Can I have it back?"
He unsheaths his weapon, he hands it to you, and he says, "Dwarf, please, take care of the wolf render and make sure nothing bad happens to it. This
Well-
weapon has great meaning to me. I've used it to kill many of the Moonronian scum that threaten Tartea.
Take the best care of it.
Thank you."
It's so fucked.
And then I say, "We promise that we will do nothing bad to your sword."
The wolf render.
Yes, that one.
I promise.
And he looks sad handing it over.
You could have just said no.
I let him roll for it, so. I just gave him really high DC, which he passed. What?
Did you make these?
Steve made those.
Oh,
I made that one.
because that's pretty fucking precise.
No, I didn't make that one. I made this, and I made that. They're imprecise.
Well, I mean, fucking close enough.
The squares aren't uniform size. They're not like the
They're
same
pretty
size.
close.
Close enough.
Yeah, it's not. No one's gonna break out a ruler and argue.
You never know.
Not while you're running it. If you were a player, you might. I wouldn't.
Have you met Joe?
Who? Oh, this. Yeah. He does kind of do that. Yeah, a little bit.
I'm going to start heading towards the dungeon, and I will talk with Sir Adonis, Aethelred, and the lemon guy to see what the lemon guy thinks about the situation.
You mean Idlewild? Not
did I
me.
say?
You said Aethelred.
Oh, my bad. You guys sound like...
The Lemon Knight says to you, Vecni, he says, "This is a very pondiferous, difficult plan to strategize. I'm having a hard time really thinking of a way that we could avoid having our weapons damaged. According to Idlewild and Sir Adonis, this place is extremely deadly. Brutally difficult."
That's what I heard too. Now
do
we
you think
are
we're
going
asking
to
you?
get some assistance. That we will take. What we're assuming it's acid. Lord Cannonbert, the mage of this city, says that he can give us resistance to the damage. Is there anything that any of you can do to assist us with this?
Magic-wise?
Yeah,
Stand by.
I'm sitting.
And then he goes, "Well, you can do whatever you want. You can go right into the thing I've tentatively penciled in as an extreme death trap. Go right ahead. It's cool."
No. But the answer no.
So, I can see how upset you are about giving up your sword. Would giving me your mace make you more comfortable?
The wolf
I don't
render-
want to leave you. I don't want to leave you under prepared for a battle if it comes down to it.
Well, the wolf render has sentimental value to me, so I prefer to keep it close at all times. If you would like to exchange the wolf render for my flail, I'm okay with that. I prefer that.
I don't know if it's a trap or not.
Why would that be a trap?
Have you met Dan?
He wasn't.
Yeah,
you
but
weren't even
that wouldn't
supposed
make sense
to
to be
win
trapped.
that. You weren't supposed to get the roll anyway.
All right. What kind of flail does he have?
Flail and a bowl and chain. 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning on a hit. Or I guess the plus 4 is stats, so 2d8 bludgeoning.
Okay. Better. Probably better anyway.
So wait, is it called a flail or a ball and chain?
It's a flail on a bowl. It's a ball and chain basically.
It would be a flail in the weapons.
But a
It has a
2D.
15-foot reach.
Whoa.
It's a fucking like a whip.
That's not a regular flail then.
No, it's not. There you go. 15-foot reach. The flail is a what?
Can swing that
What
thing.
damage does it do?
2d8.
Dude, it's like nunchucks. You know you're just gonna hit yourself in the nuts with it. You're not gonna hurt anybody. You're gonna hurt yourself.
I made these so long ago. It's crazy. Normally I would bring my destrier with me, but I think it'd be too dangerous for the creature to go down there.
Yeah. Bringing a horse would be kind of strange.
Like shrink
Is there
down an
another weapon that
RV
would be
camper, bring it in
compatible
there.
Yep.
All right, you are before Lady Arose. I'm sorry, actually, you enter into the dungeon through the entrance, and the two drow that were standing there before are still there, and they just look at each other like, because this giant group of fucking people are coming through. What was it 5,
We
6,
got
7,
10
8,
people.
9, 10 people coming? Yeah.
Do we got that spell going on us?
Not yet. Cannonbird said he'll meet us in here and do it.
Okay.
So you walk through the jail, and you pass all the cells, and you get to a cell where Lady Rose and the Machnathal Tiger Keg are, and Cambert's image is also there.
Cannonbird, you're here before us.
Yes, I felt bad that I didn't hold up what I promised before when I agreed to meet you guys here.
So what have you and Arose discussed?
Just the concern that we have over what might happen if the Machnathal dies with the parasite inside of it. That might be worse than any other thing that could happen.
So what is it you want us to do if we find this parasite?
Speak to it. Ask it what it wants. What we can do to save Tiger Keg. Just learn from it. Learn how we can avoid provoking its wrath.
Okay.
Protect our city, essentially, is what we want you to do, Vecni.
That's what I've been trying to do. Of course. Just keep reminding the queen. And that protection you offered us.
Mm.
We would like that too.
This is a bigger group than I expected.
Well, these are the Tarteans we were telling you about. And Vecni will introduce them each by name.
They explain like pleasantries. I'm not going to roleplay all it. It's just a giant group, so
Take a while.
yeah. Exchange.
Perhaps they can seek your counsel after we're done with this mission.
I would like to know what they're doing in our city. But first,
As would we.
to the parasite. Camber says
Hocus pocus.
with thaumaturgy, so with a super loud, booming voice, protect these adventurers from all types of acid. Harden their skin and harden their resolve. And you guys feel this like power wash over you. You now will have resistance to acid for 1 hour.
Boner for days.
My pants got real tight.
Acid boners.
And a Rose says, "Are you guys ready to finally go and do as I asked you so long ago?"
Now we're so fucked.
Bitch, it was like 3 hours ago. Relax.
She says, "Well, please, I know it's a big group of you, but do your best to squeeze into this circle here and stay on these glyphs, please."
Alright, I will get on Barrick's shoulders.
Sounds about right.
And I'll hold my hand out for Ethelred to get on too.
Yeah. Pop up.
Fuck, god damn it.
Like old trapeze artists from the 50s.
So Aethelred, Barrick, Vecni, all those Tartanic, Sardonis, Idlewild, Hatrian, the Lemon Knight, Cog, Snow Pixie, and Newt. I think it's everybody.
Shit, might look at the bartender hands too.
You all squeeze into this fucking. He's not like an adventurer. You beat him when you were like level 5.
Doesn't matter. He's still
You beat the shit out of him when you were level 5.
Mediocre Rick's
Not
tailing in
just
there too.
Mediocre, right?
Yeah, you would flick his forehead and he would go flying across the room now.
Slightly disappointing Steve.
Right. Meh.
Meh? Mike.
Right.
A Rose reaches into her pocket and pulls out, like, she reaches in her tiny little pocket, and she begins to pull something out, and somehow this giant wand comes out of her pocket. And at the
well, that explains how she can date Boomadon.
And at the head, she told you it's not. They don't have sex. At the head of the wand is this giant Pez dispenser type thing, and the design is the shape of a rose's blue-skinned, white-haired head with this long, like, white hair. She flicks the mouth of a rose Pez dispenser open, and this pink glitter sprays out in all directions and just covers you guys. And it's like swirling and twirling in these like weird patterns, and actually it ends up obscuring your vision. You can't even see anything past it. You hear Rose's voice say, "Find the secrets within Tiger Keg and report back to me, my friends." A minute goes by, and the pink dust clears. And you find yourself inside this long, wide hallway. The walls, floor, and ceiling are pink-ish, and they throb and pulse as if they're alive. A foot of water covers the floor. This area is humid, hot, and sticky.
The way I like it.
And now I need you guys to, for me, please write out every item that you have. I'll give you paper, I guess. Could be.
All right. So, is there any source of light in here?
There is no light. And I believe you all have humans, right?
Hatrian's a human. Lemon Knight's a human.
They're all humans.
Ethelwild is an elf.
Oh, he's half elf, yeah, so he can see. So Idlewild is the only one of the NPCs that can see.
Oh, damn it.
Who can see?
Only Idlewild. The rest of them are all humans and cannot see.
You're right.
Well, that's bad. Well, knowing that it was dark in here, would Sir Adonis have said anything?
He didn't.
Cocksucker.
None of the NPCs have torches. Although I believe the character Newt has all kinds of fire stuff he could do. So you could, I think he has a thing where he could set his weapons and stuff on fire to give you guys light.
I have a candle.
Well, that could also help. I'm pretty sure Newt can make light.
So Snowpiercer here looks pretty interesting.
She's a spellcaster. And those handwritten notes are like, I think I handwrote that she could cast resurrection and stuff. Yeah, she could do that. So
Once
and I
a
think
day.
I think it says that she only has one diamond on her. You need a diamond to cast that,
So just once.
unless you get more diamonds. Everybody make a DC 12 con save, including NPCs.
What happened?
I can't fail.
Hold
So
on.
Vecni passes.
Okay.
Barrack passes.
Oh, yes, I can.
Wait, what's it for?
It's DC 12.
I passed.
DC 12 con save.
All right, so +4 Hatrian, +4. He fails.
Okay.
Idlewild +2.
Damn it. I
He
failed.
passes 19.
Wait. Everyone gets +4 for being by me.
Oh, Hatrian still fails.
Oh. In that case, I passed.
And Lemon passes. So Lemon and
Alright,
Idlewild
so
pass, Hatrian fails.
Snow Pixie gets a +1. Hold on.
Sir Adonis and Newt both pass.
Okay.
Hold on.
So you all have resistance to acid, correct?
Snow
Yes.
Pixie passes. Gotta do one more. Cog the Infidel.
That's 2.
So many fucking people. I just.
Those that passed take 1 acid damage. Those that failed take 2 acid damage and are blinded for 1 minute.
You already can't
He
see.
passed too.
And you all feel this stinging pain and burning in your bodies from the atmosphere.
Welcome back to another episode of Power Word Nerd.